What's going on?
It's Saturday and I'm here.
Well, that's what they say.
Yep.
It's Saturday, but I don't believe them.
Well, better than
Hi,
Monday.
hi, Nancy. Hi, Sue.
Hello.
Hello, Treese. Hello. See you guys starting to pop in.
Yep.
It's so gnarly here right now. It rained so hard last night
Yep.
that it was freaking ridiculous.
I did
And
hear.
now I guess like until Wednesday, it's supposed to be like 60s,
Yeah.
60s.
We're going to get cold. We're going to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have like 2 days in the 70s, one of them with rain, and then the rest of it's like 50s, low 50s.
You didn't put a name tag? Oh, there it is. That was weird. Your name tag left. Oh, I guess it leaves when I do this.
Yeah.
Hi,
Maybe.
Trish. Hi, Kim. Hi, Karen. I need this right now. Hi, Diane Dunkelman. Hello, Sheila. So as usual, if you guys take a look right here, I'm popping your name up on the screen. Troy's fighting me for my phone. I pop your name up on the screen. That's just our way of saying hello to you, that we see you. Please make sure every creative hour, anytime I have a creator on, please remember that they are not in portrait. They are in landscape. So those of you who are not used to watching Creative Hour, or this is your first time here, welcome. Nicole looks different to y'all today because we are in portrait. So you're going to have to turn your device if you want to see the full screen. Everybody says you can't get comments this way. You can. I don't know how to do it on an iPhone, but on the Android, you click and it comes up on the upper corner. But that's the reason why she looks different. It's because she's landscape. Also, every Saturday on Creative Hour, Decoupage Queen gives away a goodie bag full of Decoupage Queen rice papers. All you need to do is make sure you're following Nicole's Recycled Treasures and make sure you are following Decoupage Queen. I've just dropped the links for you. Those of you who are here all the time every Saturday, I know you're going to know what I'm going to say, but please make sure that you check. Even though you've been here every Saturday and you check every Saturday, I need you to check every single time. Yeah. The easiest way to do that is just tap on the screen. If you see right here, it says following. If it says following, you're good. Head over to the other page, wherever you're at. If you're on Nicole's Recycled Treasures, head over to DQ, vice versa. Tap your screen. If it says following, you're good. I'm still skipping and I have everything closed. It says following, you're good. If it says follow, you're not good. You need to refollow the page and then let me know that you've done so, and we'll get your name on the wheel. And when Nicole's done creating, we'll pick a winner. So hello. Hi, Wendy. Good evening, Jill. Yep, Troy's here. He's awake. Running amok, but he's awake. So if you're ready, I'll get out of here.
I'm ready. Hi, guys. How are you? So everybody has seen, or maybe you haven't, or have heard of the new frames from Dollar Tree. So I was lucky enough. As soon as I saw them, I ran to Dollar Tree. Everybody was out except my Dollar Tree, because my Dollar Tree never has anything, so I didn't start there. Go figure. So they have the new frames. They're mirrors, and I picked one up. So this is it without the mirror. These are going to be like a black and almost like a bronze color, I would say. And then it comes with the mirror. So I grabbed I left 2 behind. I did leave 2 behind. I was like, do I grab the whole case? And I'm like, I can't do it. I know people do it, but I couldn't do it. So I grabbed several, and then I've seen a few people do this, and I'm like, I wonder if I could do it. And took the mirror, and it's going to look all wonky because I sanded the backing off of the mirror and left some of it there. Now, what I'll tell you is they do sell like chemicals to put on here to wipe that off with. this is it's from Dollar Tree. It's a thin enough mirror and there's not as much product on the back, so you can sand it off. It's gonna leave some kind of scratch marks on it, but what I found out was I played with one the other day and I love the look of the scratch marks depending on like the paper you're going to use. I guess it all depends on your preference. Be careful with them. I used like an 80 grit initially to get that paint off, and then I went down to I don't know, a 220 and a 1 something, I don't remember. But well, it might have it on the back. It doesn't have it on the back. However, so that I didn't scratch the glass with all that like 80 grit sandpaper, I found if you put rubbing alcohol on it, it does take some of that paint off too. So what we're going to use is one of the new Decoupage Queen papers. This one is called Market Roses. I'm just going to show you this because this is what we're going to do. We're going to paint that frame, but tell me that that does not, well, you're not going to see that. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I didn't know either. I was like, let's do it backwards. But tell me that isn't going to look amazing with those roses like draping off the corner. And then part of it's mirrored. You're not going to get the full effect because obviously I have the paper hanging here, but this is the paper we're going to use. It's so pretty. And I really kind of wanted to put it in a tray, but it looks amazing in this mirror when I started piecing it all together. So if you wanted to be more patient with it, I would say probably do a really fine sandpaper if you were concerned about the scratches. And I don't know what people use on the back of it to remove that mirror backing, but you could do that as well. I'm just not that patient. So I was like, I'm going to scuff it up and see what happens. And I actually love that paper. So I'm just going to put some rubbing alcohol to clean the back because I still have some dust. I was sitting here sanding it off a little bit earlier. So we're going to reverse decoupage onto this. So I'm going to just clean the back off. I'm going to actually set this.
Hey, Nicole, sorry.
Yeah.
You need to point down.
Well, that might help. Well,
I mean, we could just stare at you the whole time, but.
No, that's all good. We know what happens when Nicole points the cameras down. I'm just saying.
Well, I was going to say, I'm going
to go ahead and I am going to decoupage this down here only because that way it'll give the decoupage medium a chance to dry while we're painting the frame. So I'm just going to clean it off really good with some rubbing alcohol. And then we will get the paper down. So I'm going to use my Decoupage Varnish and Glue in Matte by Pen Art. And I think this is what I'm going for. It gives such a beautiful, like, dark effect. And I can actually match it perfectly because I still have mirror up here, so I can actually go up into the white. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blade and I'm going to cut some of this down.
Kim said she missed the first part. Where did you get the glass from?
It's one of these, it's a mirror from Dollar Tree. They're new ones that they just came out with, and I was lucky enough to snag quite a few of them.
Yeah, I told Nicole I went to my Dollar Tree yesterday, the one that always has everything, and they didn't have nothing. They didn't even know what the heck I was talking about.
Yeah, none of the other Dollar Trees around me did I see have them. And like I said, this is the Dollar Tree that I go to, and it's probably the nicest one here, but they're always out of all the new things. And it was the last one I went to thinking there's no way they're going to have it, right? And sure as heck, they put them out that day.
That's the one that I went to. Well, Troy was super excited, and they don't have any phone cases anymore, by the by. So Troy was so super excited, and then got his bubble popped real quick. I felt so bad, but we did get him like a charging cord or something. But I mean, not that their phone cases were any good, but you know how he is. He just wants one.
Right. You know? Well, I was looking for him for Troy because I was going to send him some.
They don't have them. Well, they didn't have them anymore. They have like the new like electronic part, which has like the earphones and the chart. Yeah, all of that stuff. They took them all out. So I was like, well, that that bites. But he was super excited, not knowing that I was actually going there for frames.
Aw, well.
But I know he like jumped out of the car, poor baby. But
I'll have to see if I can find him some.
I wanted to take him to the Five Below because it's all in the same parking lot, but we were in there for little longer than I expected, so we had to get Trevor.
Aww.
But yeah, he literally he busted open the door. I was like, Troy, you have to wait for me. I know. All
right, so I just wanted to save some of this paper, which is why I did it. So you have all these roses that you could absolutely still. That's a big hunk of paper. So, but this is kind of what we're going to be looking at. Let me see if I have another one. I can put a piece of white behind it. So that's how that's going to look in the background. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. I love that. So
you want me to tell you that? Okay, it doesn't look awesome.
Whatever.
What? You did, dude, you just said to tell you that. For goodness sakes.
Oh, Teri.
Make up your mind.
I can't.
Avi.
All right. So reverse decoupage. We're going to, oh, man down. That didn't work out so well for me. We're going to do it though. I'm going to lay that down just so I'm not scratching the front of this glass up. I can hear Ziva getting ready. She thinks she's coming in.
She's about to pitter patter in.
Yep, she is. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Like she feels like she has to ask permission now. I don't get it. At least she's coming in though.
Yeah, I was going to say better than her not coming in at all.
Yep. All right.
She'd come in if I was there.
Oh, I know. I know.
She loves me.
Yes.
I'm her favorite.
Whatever.
I don't care what Shelly says.
So what is everybody up to today? Just kind of hanging in the house because it's gloomy? Sort of.
Golly. It's nasty here.
It is.
Yeah, she does launch into the room. Hi,
she
Linda.
literally launches in here. She cracks me up. But she's walking on like the no carpeting and everything. Totally fine.
It just took her a minute.
It did. She's starting the backwards walk out of the kitchen again now.
Oh.
I'm like, can we not revert back to the backwards scoot? But it cracks me up. Okay, I'm going to, just because I know I felt it shift. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and get this down. And no one saw that. That was not something that just happened.
Oh.
That makes Teri's day every single time.
If somebody would wash their brushes more often and wouldn't let the ferrules soak in a tub of water.
Y'all are on my side, right? I'm just
No, they are not. She's using decoupage varnishing glue, Yolanda.
Yes. Of all times, while you're with me.
Yep. Where you can hear my big mouth.
I sure can.
Enid says something needs some heavy body gel. Tina, I like your new picture. I like that you put the picture of you. It looks good.
All right. So that's down. We're going to pretend that never really
you couldn't happened. Even hide it if you wanted to.
I couldn't. It totally fell down. There was no hiding that. It's the brushes. It's those brushes.
No, it has nothing to do with those brushes.
We're going with it's the brushes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to dry this. I'm just going to be careful with the heat because that glass, okay, I'm not going to lie to you.
Turn it down. How many times do I have to tell you? There's a little roly-poly thing on the side. See the red little roly wheel? Turn it down.
Who are we talking?
I have it turned down.
I have it turned down. I'm just saying, if this is so, I will tell you, this mirror is very thin.
Yeah,
so
because it's
it's
Dollar
right.
Tree, y'all.
So what I'll tell you is what happened to me yesterday was this was me sanding it, and all I did was put a little pressure, and the whole thing snapped in my hand. So while you're sanding it, leave it flat.
You guys, did you hear her? All I did was put a little pressure. We all know Nicole doesn't have a light hand whatsoever.
I can't hear you over my dryer. Teri.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Luann said, "You're not supposed to let your brushes soak in a gallon of water overnight."
It's only this high. Well, whatever. It's fine. They're good. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're real good.
They're great.
Mm-hmm.
They're fine. So I'm just gonna carefully sand off the little bit that is around the edges. I know this is like a horrible sound, especially on glass, and I'm gonna be very gentle doing this because of what happened to me yesterday.
Okay, because if it breaks in your hand, I'm gonna make sure your hand isn't cut, and then I'm just gonna let you have it. You know it, right?
Yes, I do know because
Okay,
I don't have
making sure
another
we're on the
project.
same page. Just making sure we're on the same page.
It's gonna be the quickest live ever because I'm gonna be like, well, that was my project.
Tina will tell you to use some heavy body gel to glue that glass back together.
Yeah. Don't think I wouldn't glue it. Just saying.
Hi, Mac. Hi, Terry. Hi, Dolores. Mac says, "Who needs a handle anyways?" Not her, because you seen she didn't use it. She didn't put the handle back in.
No, I didn't put the handle back in. At that point, it was gonna drop into my container of varnish, and I'm like, well, this is not gonna end well. But I am going to use the same brush because we have to seal the back of this because we want to paint it white, right? So it's going to happen again, just a heads up. Then we're going to paint the frame, but I want to get this to kind of settle and dry and do its thing.
You guys, look at her thumb that she's holding the glass with. You see how it's like turning white? It's because she's squeezing the bananas out of the glass.
Am I making you nervous?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to crack. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Can you be done with this part already?
Nope. Listen, I'm actually being very gentle, just so you know. Jeez, oh man.
Yeah, that's what we're all. I know not anybody's breathing right now. Everybody's going to pass out in a minute.
I want to know how many people actually breathe when they're watching my lives anyway, unless they're snorting because they're laughing. That's all I want to know. I'm not going to look at the answers for that. This is the
Hi,
one
Stacey.
chance. This is the one chance Teri gets for me to hear her while I'm on a live.
Wendy Martin said, "Just tell everyone it's a new method of crackling."
It's actually a good idea. All right. So do I want to know?
Everybody's telling you to put the mirror down on the table.
No faith in me whatsoever.
0. Oh, they're like, you could put that down and sand it.
Ay vey. Y'all thought you had a little more faith in me. We are going to use that same decoupage varnish, and we're just going to coat the back of this pretty well because we want to paint it. The same thing if you're decoupaging.
Dude, I have that same ring on.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can't see yours. Just
Don't
saying.
make me.
Don't make me.
Because you don't want to see what finger mine is on.
Oy vey. All right. It's just that you're laughing is making me not look at comments. I know that I don't need to look at them right now.
Oh, they're just saying put it down.
It's down,
behind
it's
a little bit.
It's down. It's down.
Hi, Stephanie.
No need to be nervous. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know exactly how much pressure I can put on now. I learned yesterday. All right, and then we're gonna set this aside, let it dry, and then we'll come in with our paints to put the white paint on the back of that. Look, the brush is gone. No more worry about the brush. Oh, except I missed the spot.
Oh, poor Nicole, always being picked on. Wah.
Oh, Lord. We give it to each other, trust me. Listen, the same thing happened on to Teri. Her brush fell apart. You guys have no clue. I was sitting in my living room, jumping up and down, going, "Did that just happen? Did that just happen?" I've never been.
But
so
see, the reason why it didn't phase me is because those I told you I don't like those brushes. I don't know. They lose hair. And you guys know I don't leave my brushes in water. They lose hair. The ferrules always come off. I must have just got like a bad bunch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because even right now, as I'm sitting here, this one, I could take the ferrule right off of it.
Yeah, some of those do. Well, I have no defense in that.
Look,
but,
all of them are loose. I don't know. It's just those
so
ones just
I'm going to use the Antique Bronze. This is from Pen Art. Love this color. It's beautiful. I wanted to go like, oh my word, like dark deep. Look how pretty that's going to be. Because I want this to kind of have a dark look to it. So actually, well, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I love them too. Donna says she loves the brushes in my store.
Yes.
Those purple ones, yeah.
Yes, the purple.
Hi, Laurel.
These are amazing brushes. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yes.
So if there's one, it doesn't matter if I have it in water, just so y'all know, they don't come off. So what I'm doing, like on the edge here, I put the paint down and then I kind of like wiped off a little bit. I don't want like this perfect paint job. You guys will see. I want some of that black to show through. So you could do your antiquing gel if you want after you do this, but now I spray primed this with black. And as I'm brushing it, I'm kind of lightly brushing. And if it's heavier in some areas, that's fine. If it's lighter in some areas, I guess however you want to do it. I just want not one solid color, if that makes sense. I want it to kind of, and I'm not pushing down on it. I'm kind of sliding a baby wipe over it. I know this seems odd, but I want it to look kind of like the mirror, like it's aged, right?
Do it, Nicole. Do it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I'm just doing it. It'll make sense.
No, just say you didn't say it. Does that make sense?
Oh, does that make sense? Do I say that a lot, don't I? Does that make sense?
I don't know where we were. You weren't on one of my lives, but I was like, when Nicole says that, I want to tell her, no, it doesn't make sense. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
I can't help it.
Or I'm not going to lie. So you're telling me that you do lie to me sometimes. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
This time you're not lying to me, but other times you're lying to me. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so that's how you know whether I'm telling you or not.
Okay. So we got, just so we cleared it up.
Yep.
Hi, Penny Truitt. Hi, Vicky. Not perfect. I paint so well that way. The worse you want it, the best I can do. Oh, how do you say her name? Is it Diane? Dyan.
I say Dean. Is Dean right?
I don't
I
know.
hope
You
so.
say Dean, but I would think it's Diane, but then I don't know.
Dean, have I been calling you the wrong name this whole time?
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be. She'll probably say no now just to make me feel better.
You're like, oh, I'm not making her feel bad. You can tell me if I've been saying your name wrong the whole time. I always feel bad if I say your name wrong. I try.
It's like Ryan with D. So Ryan. Oh shoot. It's closer to Diane. Okay. So Diane. Ryan. So it's Ryan with a D. Ryan, Diane. Just not Diane. Not the and sign, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, Cindy. She tells John Captain Obvious or thanks Sherlock when he says something.
So the frame came from Dollar Tree. I saw somebody had asked. It's actually a mirror. So they're up front with when they put like the new dishware out for spring, like they do their little, it's not with the actual frames. It'll be in the front of the store in their display when they put the new dishware and so forth out. And they have like those new mirrored trays. It's with those usually. That's where mine were. Okay. That is such a pretty color. So we're going to give that a quick dry. What a miss.
Norma says, okay, that makes sense.
But you know, like my favorite are those, you've seen me do them before. See how this has on the edge? You know, the antique ones I get at antique stores, they come in that swivel thing like this.
Oh, yes.
And they have the bars here. That's why I loved this, because it reminded me of that. If you look at the way they designed it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. So it's like, I don't know, but can you guys see how I did that paint? So I didn't cover everything.
Stephanie missed it. She wanted to know how you got the mirror off.
So it comes, it's got the little, what do you call them? Thingamajigs, these. And then at the top, there's one screw. So here was me trying to pull this apart, and I was getting so mad at it. I'm like, why won't it pop off? Well, because the top has a screw in it, so you can hang it, because there is a hanger on it as well. So you just need like an itty bitty screwdriver. So what I want to do with this real quick is I'm going to seal it, because then we're going to go over it with some gold wax. So like some antique wax, antique paste, I think is what we're going to do. But then we're going to have to paint the back of that.
Oh, Diane says, my friend hit the jackpot estate sale. She was a caterer and the amount of silver trays and servers. I know. Hey, you know what? I never thought of that, but yeah.
I didn't either.
A caterer would have, oh my gosh.
All right.
That would be
all my catering friends to hook me up.
I know. I never even thought about that, but they would have an amazing
selection, especially like think about the older hotels and stuff.
Heck yeah. Oh my gosh. She said $3 a piece.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Was sandpaper, Stephanie. She sanded it off.
I did. I sanded it off. So like I said, I know they sell, I don't know what it is. I've seen other creators do it. They sell like a chemical that you can buy to take that off. I wanted to see what I could do with this, because obviously it's a lot thinner. It's not like an old vintage mirror or something that, you know what I mean? You'd have to do all that work to get that thickness of the mirror off. So I used an 80 grit initially, but I will tell you, it's going to scratch your glass. So I'm putting a dark background on here, the paper, and it looks so cool even with the scratches. I actually love the way it looks. And I put a super light paper, more like a shabby. And I wasn't so sure that I was a fan of being able to see those scratches, but I think it's just all in what you prefer. So maybe Google, I don't know what there is out there to take off the backing of like a mirror. So I thought I'd just take a shot and see if I could do it with the sandpaper, and it came off. So, and then once you kind of sand the paint off, I took some rubbing alcohol to see if that would work, and I poured it on the back, and it did help take some of that, because it seems like there's a very thin coat of whatever mirror thing they used on there. Like I'm sure it was some sort of spray or something. It did help remove some of that and some of the paint once you started sanding it down and it wasn't so thick. So I let the rubbing alcohol sit for a few minutes, and then I just kind of took a thick towel to it and started rubbing that, and it came off a little bit more. Just make sure that your mirror is laying against your flat surface when you do that.
Oh my gosh, yes, Michelle, please let us know. Michelle Chastain says that they have a restaurant going out of business in our town, and she's going to check to see if they got
any yeah. Yeah, because a lot of those like older school, I mean, if you think about it, like some of those that would cater, like restaurants that would cater, or oh my God, think about like wedding venues and stuff like that. They probably have amazing silver.
Yeah, because the way that they set up, they have to have all of that stuff. So
yeah,
I didn't even think about it, but that would be amazing.
Old hotel bed and breakfast places, stuff like that.
Dwayne says fingernail polish remover will take it off.
Oh, okay. I'll have to remember that.
Kim was wondering if like Goof Off or something like that would take it off.
It may have, yeah. See, now you got my brain going about like all these places I can.
I know.
Hey, do you need your silver? You don't need your silver, do you?
You don't want to serve on paper plates?
What? I mean, come on. I'll be walking in there with like chargers from Dollar Tree going, look how pretty these are.
You remember that big
heavy silver trays?
What was it? You know that big 5-piece set that I got with that really huge ornate tray and all those beautiful. I still haven't done anything with that.
Oh. Footed trays and shaped trays. All.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Feeties. They have feeties.
So I just used the Bare Gloss varnish on here. So now it's going to be like.
Give them Tupperware for their silver. Exactly.
I will. I'll go in there with some fancy Dollar Tree chargers. I mean, listen, they're not so heavy. I'm a server. I couldn't imagine carrying around that silver stuff. So, I mean, even just to bring it out to the tables, I'll be like, do you know how much more your staff would appreciate you if you just traded me right now? I don't know how well that'll work, but it's worth a try. Made my dad.
Yes, I do. I have it in matte and satin. The Bare Wax.
Yes, I
have
don't
all
have it
three
in
of them.
Yeah, I need to order me. I want to try the matte.
I used the matte yesterday on the little teapot I was doing. Yeah. Before I painted, and it's matte. I mean, matte is matte, I guess.
Matte is matte. Yeah, but
it went on as smooth as the gloss does.
Good. Yeah, I'll have to get some. So I'm gonna dry the back of this, and then we're gonna have to paint it white. I'm going to kind of get a feel for what it looks like in here and if that's really how I want to go is the gold antique paste or not. Or if we want to bring in a different color, but yeah, like one little spot.
Carol's trying to make clay earrings and watching.
Oh.
Hi, Kay. Treese, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Luann said, I just found out a professional company is doing an estate sale on the weekends. Most will give away most will give away what's left on Monday. Oh.
Well.
He's doing good, Miss Connie.
Look, I'm not going to pick it up so y'all don't get so nervous.
There she goes again.
I know, I got little fuzzies. I can't stand the fuzzies. Picky about the fuzzies hanging off. Oh,
Diane,
Lord, are y'all starting again?
No, Diane. I keep wanting to, because my mom's name is Diane, so I want to do the "and" to her name. But she said she's making a martini and watching.
Oh, a little jealous.
Extra dirty. It's got to be extra dirty.
I've never had a martini.
Oh my gosh!
Like I'm sure I've had some fruity flavored, but I've never had like olives. Like I've never had that martini. But I love olives, so I would love it.
You know it's not a fruity flavor though, right?
I know that. But I will eat a whole jar of olives like they're
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be extra dirty, extra olives. Oh, she said extra chocolate martini.
Oh, well, she's speaking my language. Just saying.
I've never tried a chocolate martini, but hey. Please don't. Will you please be easy?
I'm being easy.
You've come so far.
It's not that breakable. Relax.
You've come so far.
Well, that's my project, guys. No, I want to see what this is going to look like. Oh my God, because we're going to go gold. But look how cool that looks. So we're going to go ahead and paint the back of this. And we are going to go gold, I think. I think it'll look better gold. Okay. So you just want to take, my chair is squeaking. It's driving me bonkers. I'm just going to take some white paints and we're going to paint the back of this. Where'd my other brush go? Did I use
No, I haven't had. The only martini I've ever had was just the regular martinis, just extra dirty. I have never had an espresso martini or. You know what it is, y'all? Is I am not good with fruity drinks. Like the acids.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Don't play nice. Yeah, like I can. It's either like straight. I know I sound like a lush now, but it's either like. Like straight shots or Jack and Coke is usually what I'll drink, or a beer. But I love the fruity drinks. I love the idea of them, but every time, even like the coolers and stuff, no, I can't.
Yeah, a lot of people can't do it.
It'll double me over in just pain.
See, that's why we're friends. You said Jack and Coke.
Yeah, that's all I drink. Donna says, was a link in comments for that paper? If so, we'll look after the live. No, there wasn't. I guess I could do that though.
Jeez, Teri.
Nicole always makes me do something.
Oh, poor Teri.
Always have to work.
So,
so annoying. Hi, Anna. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, that's how. Teri, you're speaking my language. Jack with the Coke back. Jack with the Coke back. That's usually how I roll. Now I gotta go find her link. Hi, Chihuahua. Sue! Where's Sue?
Sue! Yeah, where's our Sue?
She usually works Sue to death. Who said I had to work?
Poor Sue. I work Sue to death. Y'all hear her? I'm just saying.
No, it's not late. You're never late, Shannon. Thank you. Oh. No, she wants the link to the paper. Yes, with that link. You know, making me work. So annoying.
Oh, you all hear it. I'm the nice one. I say it all the time.
She's the nice one and she's making me work. How does that even I will help you. Is your brother there? Crafty, are you there? Is he wanting his food? Go get it, Papa's. I'll cut your pancakes for you. Nicole's making me work, so I can't feed you, Troy. Isn't that rude?
Don't you tell Troy that. Troy, you're perfect. Just saying. Listen, Mom, if you were at Nicole's house, you'd have whatever you wanted. We'd be going shopping.
I would love to feed you, Troy, but Nicole says no.
Oh,
work.
Troy. Teri, me and you are going to have words.
That's what she said. She was like, Troy doesn't need to eat. You need to get my link up here. What's wrong with you? That's what she said.
Y'all hear it, right? You'll do wild turkey, Kay? Look how pretty that looks in that mirror. I love, love, love that.
That is really pretty.
It is. I love it.
Hi, hi, Demka.
We're going to go ahead and put this in here and get this all kind of put together.
Michelle says, Teri, I was just thinking martinis. That's too fancy. We just tip up the bottle or the mason jar.
Hey, what does this come to?
You making us drink with all of that sanding of a breakable mirror. Told you.
Why is everybody so happy today? While we watched Nicole. We needed something to calm the nerves. Listen, it's better than being upside down is all I got to say.
Upside down. Sideways. You weren't even upside down. If you were upside down, everybody... Did you just break it?
Nope, I thought I did.
You freaky kid.
Talking, and I thought I
did. Gosh. I'm done with you. I'm done. Focus, Nicole. Focus.
Oh, boy. So now I'm pulling out a screwdriver, which is going to terrify Teri. I wish I had a power tool to use right now. Just because
you know I have the end button, right?
Yep.
I could take you right out of here.
Yep. So it does have this little hanger. So you do have to take this out. And it does hold
why
everything.
It wouldn't unscrew.
And that's why I couldn't get it off to begin with. Till I discovered.
Go get your food, Bubs. I'll fix it for you. If it cracks, just put a bow on it. Put a bow right smack in the middle.
That's what we got so far. I do too. See, like it's got this little hangy. So you can hang this up. I don't know. Will it stand? So that's why you got to hang it up.
What is all of these exclamation marks? Somebody yelling at me?
Huh?
thought somebody was yelling at me. I was like, what on earth?
All right, so I'm going to take the Antique Paste by Pen Art in gold. And we are going to brush that on there.
Everybody says it's beautiful. Love it. So pretty. Hi, Miss Edie.
Hi, Edie. How are you? Sorry, Terry's making me work, so I got thirsty.
Tree says, except Kim. She said, Kim, except Nicole doesn't do bows.
Oh, Lord, that'd be a whole nother, no, because I got sent a bow maker. It would take me a hot minute to figure it out, but it looks easy enough. So we're going to actually bring gold into this.
I did.
Probably not as much as I just put on there, but you know, it's a little heavy. So I'm going to go in with a clean brush, kind of wipe that down a little bit. And I'm going to kind of just barely touch around the frame of that too. But see how we're bringing the gold at the bottom and then up the side. So do we like, who's going to try this? That's what I want to know. And, you know, now you all know how not to do it.
It's okay, Anna. Poor Anna. Her comments keep freezing, so she can't see. She said she doesn't want anybody to think she's being rude. She just
Absolutely not.
She can't reply. Hi, Jackie Bates. How are ya? But yeah, so Anna's not being rude, and y'all, she just can't reply to comments.
It happens sometimes. Fortunately.
Anna, sometimes if you go out and if you hit the you know where it has Nicole's the bottle, the picture of the bottle, or actually you're on DQ, so if you hit where the DQ crown is, it has the red ring because it's live. If you hit that, sometimes you can see the comments better and reply.
And I'm just kind of, I want to keep the color I initially put on, but I want to like, I caught myself trying not to say, does that make sense? Thanks, Terry. Now I'm going to be super conscious of that, never say it again. So all of you that, you know me because I say that, I'm not going to say it. Does that make sense?
Yes, Kim, it is. I can't do anything about it. It's flat rate. I always refund the difference as soon as I ship it out. As soon as you get a confirmation, you see a refund.
Yep. I'm turning my back for 1 second to blow my nose because I don't want to be rude. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe I'm not turning my back, but sort of. Okay. Apologize. Why does it always happen on a live?
I don't know. I thought that it always happened to me because of my fan. Because it doesn't happen anywhere else.
See, it happens when I'm at work. It happens when I'm at work and when I'm live.
Then I don't know. But every time I go live, my nose will run. Yeah. And I was like, it's probably because of my fan and this is the only place that I sit, you know, and it does that.
I used to think it was work because, you know, it was work, right? Yeah. And because we have a fireplace in there too. So I always thought, well, maybe that's why. And then I started doing lives, and every time I would go live, maybe it's nerves.
No, Kim, I don't. So if it's more than the flat rate, I eat it. If it's
Yep.
less, I refund it. And I
Yep.
don't hold any, I refund it immediately. So you will see a tracking number, and then right behind it, you will see Crafting Chaos refunded the difference.
Yep. So you want to make sure you get the sides too, because every angle you're looking at this. Now, do I think this would look awesome if you fine lined the front of it too? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good morning, Nikki Hunter. Everybody's saying that they can't find that frame.
Really?
I know, Laurel. You know, we have Laurel tissues everywhere, and that's what we call them. We have Laurel tissues in the car. We have Laurel tissues on Nick's desk.
Laurel
Like,
tissues?
Well, Laurel made me a tissue holder.
Oh, okay.
And she sent me even the refills to go in it. And so I shared my refills, but they're now called Laurel tissues.
Oh my God, how funny is that? Okay, I love this with the gold in it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna highlight a little stronger at the top.
You're up really high. We can't see it because, oh, you know what? Let me just take this off. Hold on. I got you. I got you.
You got me?
There we go.
How cool is that?
Love it.
I love this. All right. I'm going to go crazy with that gold here in a minute. And we're going to forget that we painted it a certain color. But I actually love...
What color was that?
What color was that? So I'm just going to clean any of the fingerprints and so forth off the front of this. But then I think it's done. How cool was that? And how easy, like a complete total...
And she didn't break it.
And I didn't break it.
Hi, Helena. Hi, Kaylee girl. Everybody's saying it's so pretty, beautiful, beautiful. That's gorgeous. Love it. Pretty. Love it.
So, I mean, I think I saw somebody say something in the comments earlier too, like how awesome would this be for Halloween?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the very beginning, somebody
Halloween
said that.
Season.
Well, Mother's Day is coming up.
Yep. Mother's Day. There's so many different. I mean, this would be cool for even. I mean, it's a beautiful frame. Like you're doing, you know, like outdoor weddings or something like that. I mean, if you can get that off without actually scratching it up. But if you see like the way I did the edges, can you guys see the scratches? Or is my light too much?
The light is like blowing everything out.
I don't know if you can. I don't know. It's just very like, I don't know. I love it. I think it's such a cool idea. And like I said, if you go more shabby and do a brighter color, you'll notice the scratches a little bit more. But I love it.
No, it doesn't have a stand. I think they mean it to be hung.
Yeah, it's to be hung. So it's just got a hanger on the back. But if you grab any mirror, I mean, I'm sure they have other mirrors. This just happens to be their new one. I don't think I've ever looked like at their mirror frames, but I think that's so pretty. It's just so different, and I love it. Oh, I said there's so many different ways you could do it with. Mm-hmm. Looks better on this finger.
Now I kind of like it on my finger. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? All right.
Okay.
All right, let's give this a little shuffle. And good luck. Lori Slate, congratulations. Lori, up on the screen. Please take a look. Please email me at Teri, Teri, at decoupagequeen.com. and send me your address. Y'all, if you could please make sure to email me and not private message me on my personal message, that would be great. I need to track it. This is for Decoupage Queen, so please email me. And it's right here, TERI@decoupagequeen.com. Congratulations.
Yay. So you get
Boy,
lots
it's
of good
just
papers.
doing all the things. Doing all
Thought
the
about it
things.
too. You could put bling up in here. Like you could take little gemstones and put them up in the little scrolly areas.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
Definitely.
pretty cool.
Definitely. So, yes, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. The best therapy is the best therapy ever.
I
So
think they just
next,
out of us together.
yeah. So next, Troy, say hi.
Hi, Troy.
Oh, thank you. My son bought it for me for my birthday, I think. I'm not sure. I have one over here and one over here. So yeah, they're amazing. But all right. So next Saturday, oh, please don't do that. Next Saturday, we have Lisa from Crazy Mom Creations.
Yay!
So make sure you come back because we're here every Saturday with a different creator at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, alrighty, everyone. Hopefully, you all have a great weekend. Hopefully, your weather is not too icky in your area. But we'll see you next time.
Have a good one. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you later.
Bye.